third in line in terms of Ed, Peter, Chris, Tricia, and age. And my topic here that I've chosen is be open to change. But before I get to it, as Tricia was talking about music, it reminded me once of listening to, with my mother, Tchaikovsky's Sixth Symphony, so-called the Pathetic Symphony, with an opening movement that is incredibly powerful and very sad piece of music, one of the last pieces he wrote. And I remember my mom getting very teary hearing these opening bars. And she walked out of the room, and my father, I'll paraphrase my father here, said, "Why do you listen to it if it makes you like that?" And she stopped at the door and said, "That's why I listen to it." Be open to change. I guess it goes without saying for all of us that life changes at an incredibly quick pace, probably faster than most of us would like in so many areas. Technological changes, the pros and cons that go with it, and how we deal with it. Political shifts and changes and so on in our life. And as was stated earlier, she said she was open to change up to the very end. But those kinds of changes are the surface changes, and I think really what she really meant on a deeper level is the psychological world. Be prepared for change in your inner self at all times. And as I was reflecting on this, I wandered into the kitchen last night, and the same aphorisms pasted to the kitchen, in the kitchen onto the fridge with all these different magnets. And I'll read just a few of them so you get a sense of what we're talking about here. One that was quite predominantly placed was ideology is a form of slavery. Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. Okay? The opposite of good is not evil. The opposite of good is indifference. Religious commitment doesn't require one to suspend critical thinking. It is a choice, not an epiphany. I kind of like that one. Nothing proves the existence of the future like a question. And the last one here, no two facts are too far apart to be put together. She was quite diligent about these things, as you know. And I think to be open to change, by definition, it requires effort. It requires ongoing effort on all our parts. And being very prepared to question your own preconceptions, which she was quite willing to do. And she certainly passed that along to me. So I hope as we leave today that we consider for one moment how Elizabeth's life has perhaps affected us in one small way, perhaps, or some little anecdote in your head that was a positive. And I think probably one of the overriding things along with be kind would be open to change.